Man, what's the deal? No time to chill. It's about to get real on Keep It Real Thursdays. Peep. Hey, look, check this out. So, my goal, and I suggest you get like some type of crazy goal. So, I'm going to own a PJ one day, man, a private jet. Yeah, I said it. So, check this out. I don't know what it is, but I've just had like an obsession since I've been like a little kid about private jets. And I don't know what it is, man. I just think that they're the coolest things ever. And like I know I'm gonna have one day, and I just really advise you to start the journey now. And so, what do I mean by start the journey now? So, yesterday I actually rode past an airport I that I that I frequently go past, and I get stopped, man. I see the jets over there, and I'm in my mind going like, I don't think I need a reason to go in there. I don't think I have to write a check just to go in there and talk to someone. And so I go inside of the building, or not. I'm sorry, I didn't go inside the building, but as I'm getting ready to walk inside of the building, a guy stopped me. Shout out to my man, cool guy. But I ain't gonna lie, my man kind of irritated me a little bit because he asked me, what is it that you're trying to do? And it was a little irritating because I'm on my mind like, yo, bro, why can't I just come and ask questions, bro? Like, why do I have to do it? Well, do you want to know? Well, he was just kind of like trying to figure me out, if you will. And in my head, I'm going like, man, I really just want some information because I just want to know what it takes for one to fly private. You know what I'm saying? And a part of me feel like he was a little offended just because I could be wrong, but I feel like he was a little offended because he was trying to figure out. And he made the comment, yeah, man, a flight to Florida, it's like what $500 with Delta round trip, and he like, yeah, you're talking 30,000 for a flight, and I'm going like, bro, how you know I'm gonna pay for it? Like how first, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why do you even care? You know what I'm saying? If that's what it is that I'm gonna do, why not let that be for me? You know what I'm saying? And it just really tripped me out that my man said, yeah, it's gonna be about 30,000. It's really expensive. And I'm going like, yo, what is expensive? Like, what does expensive mean? Like, I'd rather use the term, well, can you afford it? And, you got to even be tricky with that because sometimes we can afford things and we think that we don't. But my thing is, like, I need you to get some type of goal. And the reason why I say get this goal is because why do you think that when I approached the guy, like, he was kind of, yeah, man, like, the fact that he didn't just give me, yeah, so here are the steps. Not saying that he had to give me the game, but oh yeah, man, this is what we have here. But he was just asking me a lot of questions, and you know what? You're gonna have to get used to that. People gonna ask questions. Like, people want to know where you at, and it's okay. You just got to get used to that. But what I'm saying is, I need you to start now because if you don't start now, when you get older, you're gonna get set in your ways. Like, I'm starting now because I want to know, like, yo, what do I need? What do I need to do to fly private? And my man like, yeah, it's 30,000. Like, okay. Well, what if I'm paying 100,000 a year, $100,000 salary? For one, that's a tax write off. Like, that's different type of living. That's a tax write off because I'm paying a pilot $100,000 a year. That can be $100,000 that can be deducted off of a business that I have. Now, do I have that $100,000 right now? But no, I don't. But my point in sharing that is to say, who's to say that I'm paying $30,000 a flight? Like, with three flights, with three one-way flights on the PJ, that's 90,000. So why don't I just pay? You see where I'm going with this? Why don't I just pay a pilot $100,000 a year or however much money? Probably 150 because it's a PJ. But why don't I just pay a guy 150 a year to chill? Like, yo, bro, all you got to do is this, and watch this. If I'm renting it out, come on now, and get this. Why do I want to? Why do I want a PJ? One, because I feel like I deserve it. Like, it's what I want. My wife said, "Yo, if it is your heart's desire, then I think that's okay." And you know what else she said to me? She said, "You usually conquer what you really want." And here's the deal. I just want to make impact, man. I want to be able to go. I want to be able to share the jet. Like, man, you never been on a PJ before? I actually own one, and you don't even know. I want to be a regular guy that own a jet. I want to be the regular guy that go, man, it ain't even expensive, man. I was actually able to save all of the money that I had and delegate enough of that money to buy a jet. And you know what else is crazy? I recently ran across a guy who told me that he couldn't afford a house, but he was able to get that house. And the people who he bought the house from said to him, "Man, we could have been sold this house. Like, like celebrities were like wanting to buy this house, and we wanted to pick the right person to sell the house to." And that blew my mind because we always thinking about money. Like, do you know that there's people out here who look at the heart? And I'm not saying that I'm looking for somebody to give me a jet, but what if somebody goes, you know what? I'm willing to sell this jet for 500K. 500K that I might not even have to pay up front. I may go to my bank just from having good credit and say, "Hey, bank, can you give me 500K? Yeah, Mike, we just need 5,000 a month." 5,000 a month, that's it? 5,000 a month, that's it? That's two plays in one. You know what I'm saying? So what if I found somebody to say, "Hey, Mike, you know what? We don't even want all the money up front. You know what, Mike? We only want 250 for the first 2 years and 250 for the second 2 years." Do you see how I'm coming up with all these different ideas to get this jet? And that's what I'm saying. People just so stuck on, "Oh man, it's too expensive." And I'm just saying, you need to get you some type of goal. Because another thing that I'm realizing is, you see how I just broke down all of those different scenarios? Just me having that one like crazy goal is bringing out the creativity in me. So I need you to like figure out what it is that you want, like some type of huge goal. Like I want to fly private. I don't know what it is, and to be honest with you, like I don't even think it's really that deep to fly private. Just because once you start doing something, the way the body, the human mind works, the human mind get used to things. Like once you do things a few times, there's a few times where you go, "Wow, this is really happening to me." But for the most part, you get used to it quick to where almost you disrespect the position that you're in. Not saying that I want to do that, but I'm just saying that that's really a normal thing. That's not a great thing to do. I'm not belittling flying private, but I'm just saying we make things bigger than what they are. And like I said, man, I just want to be able to show people, like, man, listen, you could be a regular guy and do this. You could be a regular guy and do that. It's not that hard. It's not that deep. And I want to prove guys like, "Oh yeah, it's too expensive." Hey man, watch how you talk to me, bro. Like, who you talking to? Like, I'm a little, you know what I'm saying? Like, you count in my pockets? Do I look like I can't afford it? But you know what? I ain't mad because that just fueled me to want to go further. And you know what? I can't take away the credit from my man. He did give me some information. Like, "Man, why don't you check here?" And I had already did a little bit of research, but like I said, I just figured, let me just ride past this airport. There's nothing that can go wrong from just walking in and asking a few questions. Maybe I can get a pamphlet or like a brochure or something. I don't know. But I just wanted to inquire about flying private, and that's what I did. So I advise you to figure out whatever goal it is that you want to do, some type of crazy goal that's just going to blow your mind. Like, start now, because if I'm going to be honest with you, the more questions that the guy started asking me, it was giving me anxiety, because I was starting to ask myself, like, man, do I have to prove something to this guy? Do I have to sound smart? And I was just really sharing with him. I was slowing down. I had to put my poker face on. I'm like, "Yeah, man, I'm just really inquiring. I'm not really trying to tell him what I'm trying to do, because there's a lot of things that I want to do. My mind is always running, and I just couldn't narrow it down at that moment. But I'm like, why does it even matter, bro? Like, all I need you to tell me, man, is here's what you got to do. You got to call this number. That's all. That's really all I wanted, man. And it just blew my mind that I feel like he was impressed. Like, you want to fly private? You can just go to Delta. Bro, that ain't none of your business, bro. Like, that ain't none of your business. So I need you to get some type of goal. Even if you never achieve it, it's just gonna make you work harder. It's just gonna challenge yourself. Every hit is not gonna be a home run. So just try something, man. And for the sake of your creativity, just come up with some type of goal that pushes you to grind harder than you ever grinded before. And then you'll be able to pass go and collect your 200. Peace.